Now, for the longest time, you guys have been asking me to do a rage tank build, and you know what? Today, I decided to do just that. So if you're the type of tank that wants to stay in the middle of all the chaos and look like an absolute menace to just laugh at all the damage, then this is the build for you. Today, I'm going to be breaking down my full rage tank build, talking about the artifacts, your allies, how the loadout should look like with or without the new augments. And I'll also be showing you guys some gameplay so you can get a visual on how I actually use the build. So if you enjoyed the video, then click the like button, comment down below, and subscribe for more. Let's do this. Alright, so for your base mods, I still kept it the same, so I just rock 1 resto and then 3 dominance. If you want, you could do all dominance. This is just the way I do it and it actually works, and that's just because rage, you could do a little bit of self-healing, so that's why I use that. Other than that, the affinity mods also remains the same. Now, these are the only affinity mods that I think you need as a tank in general. If you guys think differently, then feel free to leave it on the comment section below, because you guys are helping me a lot. But those are the base mods. Now, for your white mods, I actually have majority of them. So for the headpiece, the back piece, the chest, and the legs, they're all from the marketplace. So for the legs is the ultimate critical prowess, for the chest is the ultimate hardy mod, for the back is ultimate accelerated powers, and then of course you got the ultimate supercharge for your head. So those ones are the ones that's very important. But then for the free ones that you can get in your base is the weapon, which is absorption adapter 5, the neck is fortified assault, the feet is tumbling master, and the hands is empowered channeling. So that's for that. So for the allies, I keep them the same. So static shock should be your combat ally. He does do damage, but he also gives you a protection for 30%. That's a damage reduction shield for 10 seconds. So he doesn't just do damage, he also does a little bit of a support. Now for Lex Luthor, on my last video, this is the part where I got it a little bit confused. So that Brainiac helmet that ends up popping out, that's actually Lex Luthor that's proccing and giving you that Exobyte overdrive, which increases your dominance, resto, vit, and defense by 15% for 15 seconds once your health is below 50%. So I appreciate everyone who mentioned that on the comment section below. I'm all about learning, so I really appreciate you guys just doing that and watching the video to kind of correct my wrongs. I'm trying my absolute hardest not to make that much mistakes, but you know, it happens when you're learning. So there's that, and then of course you got Superman. So anytime you use a group breakout ability, it gives you and all your teammates a 30% damage reduction shield, and this should be what it looks like. So I think that's it. And Superman, it's extremely useful. If you're a tank, you should be having Superman as your ally. At least in my opinion, Superman is probably the most important one. Now, of course, we have the most crucial element to your build, which is the artifact. So first things first, we have Mystic Symbol of the 7. Now, the moment you guys get hit, that's when you'll see the 3 shields on the bottom of your character. This is probably the most important artifact that you need. And besides that one being your first one, it's manacles. Now, on my last video, I did make a mistake saying that yellow glowing Brainiac helmet was when this thing procs, and that is not the case. That's actually the Lex Luthor, the future Lex Luthor ally that we have. I'm gonna try to slow things down, that way I don't have to make too much mistakes. So my apologies for that one, and I really do appreciate everyone who stuck their neck out for me. Thank you. But manacles is really good because the shields that you have, the cooldowns are reduced by 10%, so you definitely want that one. And then for your third artifact, we have Everyman Prototype. So anytime your life is threatened, pretty much your skin gets into a defense that's equal to the max percent of your health. So that's the one that you want. It really does come on clutch when you least expect it, so that's really nice. And then of course the newest artifact that we have here, we replaced Circe's mask with Red Tornado. So with rage, we're going to be doing a little bit more damage, and as you can see on the left hand corner, damaging enemies heals you for 15% of damage done. So a lot of battle tanks use this, but you can still squeeze this in as a regular tank, which I'll show you guys in a little bit, but it does work really good and it's awesome. And then of course the last one is, you know, old reliable dude, Lazarus Pit. I think as a tank you're going to need this in case you get dropped. Now this is also another mistake that I made, saying that the greenish black material that pops up in your character, that's actually this artifact. So another mistake that I made, my apologies guys. So before you drop, this is what helps you kind of stay alive, and then if you do drop, then you can of course revive yourself once, but you do have a long cooldown. So make sure if you do drop, you're using it wisely and just not using it out of random. So that's the last artifact. Now for your traits as a tank, I'm not going to pretty much use any combos or do any damage with my weapon, so I'm only going to claim one, that way I can get the gear, which I usually just rock one-handed, but if you guys really want to use any other weapon, you can. The only other weapon that I would use is probably shield, or maybe two-handed just to look cool. But that's pretty much it. Now for super speed, since I have the extra skill points, I'm going to go all the way down and get the knockback resistant and the restraint resistance, that way I can gain some power. But if you don't have that much skill points, then just get the movement, and that's pretty much it. And then for the build itself, I'm not going to get any iconic abilities, even though I have Magma Vortex, because I want to stick with just lantern based abilities, because why the hell I'm not. And then for your stat points, now for this power, I use a little bit more power than normal. I don't know if that's just rage in general. I could be tripping. So that's why I go super power. That way you can have that 25% power regeneration. And then I got the 10-10 route for critical healing chance and critical healing magnitude. I pretty much just max out my health and do as much as I can for dominance. I think right now 200 is the sweet spot. So whenever I get more skill points, I want to max out health, and then I would put the rest on dominance. Though I have a little bit on restoration because with rage you do heal a little bit with this power, so that's pretty cool. But that should be all your traits. So for your augments, we're going to be running all dominance, nothing else. So for your adaptive augments, we got dominance, and then for your origin augments, we got dominance as well. And then we have the both White Lantern and Blue Lantern ring. All right, so for the loadout itself, we have both of our pulls, which is Rage Bringer and Without Mercy. Gailing Eruption is an AoE that does damage over time and inflicts plasma burn. So anytime you use a plasma attack, the enemies take double damage. We have Ire. So this one is a group breakout. Anytime you use this, it gives you an immunity for control effects, heals you a little bit, and since we have Superman as an ally, it should give you the shield. Severe punishment, this is the thing that gets you in rage. The last thing that you want is to hit rage crash when you use this. Now don't worry about it, because the rotation that we have here is going to feel like you don't even have to worry about it, because you will never hit rage crash. The last one is relentless anger. Now keep in mind, with the newest raid, I noticed because of the amount of ads that there is, I don't know why, as a tank I just want to be the first one there, that way the DPS can do whatever they want and they don't have to get stunned. So that's why I use this, and you'll see it in the gameplay. I'm just constantly lunging to the enemies faster than anyone else. But if you want to switch this, I didn't do it in the gameplay, but for the boss fights I actually just switched to frenzy, so that way I could do a little bit of damage. And then you can get that health back because of that red tornado artifact, but it's kind of up to you. And for the second trait, that's when all the power rate augments come into play. So luminous beam for the White Lantern is the strongest taunt in the game right now, and it's extremely helpful, especially if you do lose aggro. The next two powers is for the Blue Lantern, which is empowering pulse and beacon of hope. Now beacon of hope is something that heals you, and Empowering Pulse also heals you as well. Now you can actually use Empowering Pulse twice and then Beacon of Hope once. So both of the powers heal you, and then Beacon of Hope, a lot of people are using this a lot. So I think it helps, especially for the healers, since if you have the Hope Burns Bright, it does give you increased might. For the Supercharge, we have Vindictive. You can use this, that way you can void Rage Crash at all times, and other things as well. We have the Life Shield, just for an additional shield, and then Redirecting Rage, which is another shield. So what the rotation should look like is, when you're about to attack, you're going to lunge the enemy and then use these three powers. Now you want to pull as well, or do whatever you have to do in case there's other enemies out there, but after that you're not going to get Rage Crash, not one bit. For some reason this is really protecting you. This is what's causing Rage Crash not to hit you as hard, or just not at all. The moment Enrage goes away, that's when I'll use these three powers. Now you don't have to block or anything like that, since you do have a shield, and this is really cool because then you can just focus on pulling aggro while everyone else is just hitting you. And if you really want to, then that's when you can use Luminous Beam. So if you don't want to use Relentless Anger, and you guys really don't care about being the first one there, so it's kind of up to you, I just change it to Frenzy, that way I could do some more damage. So this is what this should look like, and then you can move with Frenzy, which is a plus. You don't have to stay stationary, and you should be fine doing that, right? So the loadout itself is kind of like a battle tank, but you're just a straightforward tank. And then the cool thing is, when you use these three abilities, that's when you can just pull them and then use Frenzy all you want, because no matter what, you're not going to drop health. Trust me, you will not die. So I think that was actually pretty cool, but you don't see me doing that in the gameplay. For some reason I was just using Relentless Anger. But yeah, you could use that if you really want to, but this is just the way I tank. I'm still a little bit new to this. I'm having a lot of fun with Rage. I think Rage is actually really fun. But yeah, if you guys want to teach me something else, feel free to leave it on the comment section below, and I'll do my best to not make any mistakes. Other than that, enjoy the gameplay. Oh, and I almost forgot. So for anyone who's not getting the new power rate augments, just keep in mind that's the whole point of the second tray. So if you don't have the rings or any other future content that they post for that power rate augment, then unfortunately you're just gonna have to leave some spots empty, and that's totally fine, because you definitely don't want to just fill in the gaps for something that you're just going to be wasting power, because then the troll is going to get that side effect, right? So what I did was just I added Remorseless Recovery, and then I put down Relentless Anger here, and then if you really wanted to, then you can put Frenzy is there. So what would that look like is you lunge first like that, then use all of these, and then hit that Frenzy, and you can move too. You don't have to be stationary, but that's what it should look like. And then for the rotation for the supercharge, then just lunge first. Use all the powers. Oh, I messed that one up, but you guys understand. Use all the powers and then spam, put your supercharge, use your shield, do kind of whatever you guys want to do. Just stay alive at that point. But what's really helping you guys not hit the rage crash is the longer you guys stay in the Galing eruption, then you should be perfectly fine. You shouldn't be hitting rage crash at all. And even if you do, you have Lazarus to pick you guys up, so try again. But let me know what you guys think. All right, so this raid is a little bit easy, especially being for Elite. I don't know if they're doing that on purpose or not, but I'm really hoping that whenever Elite Plus comes out for this raid, it's a whole lot more difficult. Now, I think that it's going to be difficult because second boss, there's just so much shit going on. And I feel like this might be a raid where you're actually going to have to follow, like, the mechanics. Kind of close. But, like, I know Love and War, that raid, you're going to have to do it, dude. When you're fighting Wonder Woman, everyone's going to have to block at that point. You're not going to be able to just spam. So I hope they kind of stick with that with this raid. With the crystals and whatnot, especially when you're going on Atrocitus. But who knows? And then I kind of go on a little bit over rotation when I'm a tank. I just go in circles. I let the DPS do their thing one at a time, and then I leap. Bring them all here, and then go this direction. This direction.
The last command room is open. Secure it. Another command room's open. One of the command rooms is open. Get in and secure it.
Slack! Oh, he's good. He's good. You're good. I know you're gonna do damage. Dude, water is... I'm sorry, dude. Melee water is a problem. It really is.
You're the best. And I am...
Where'd he go? Where the fuck is Slack? Am I tripping? What just happened? Rad. And I hit the X button on accident. My bad.
Okay, here we go. Head down to the lower level.
Ooh.
Let's bust these people out again. Take out the red lanterns.
So if you guys are still a little bit new to tanking, kind of like me though, try to come down here as fast as you can before any of the DPS get here. Because they're going to race to get down here, that way they can do some damage to these folks. But I am actually enjoying tanking a lot. I'm still new to it, I'm still going to make my mistakes, but you know, it happens. But yeah, it's definitely different, it's cool. Get him, ACW. Nice. Oh, I got late over here. Nice.
Whoever you are,
Slack.
you're my new hero.
Oh shit.
We must have made a match. They sent in a big...
My bad, bro. I know he hates me now. So this is what water melee is. It would be a cool time to use your Beacon of Hope. That way they can heal as well. So that's kind of what I do. You got late, Slack, ACW, and Deep Pure. Damn. I did DPS for the first time with my league mates. It was fun. Like, I can see the hype. I can see why you guys are very competitive about it. But I also don't like that there is like a negative competitiveness to it. And it happens. It's perfectly fine. We're all human. Look at Slack with Gojo, bro. This is dope.
You can release the children at that control.
Slack!
Evacuate while you can.
Look at late. Hey, late.
Thanks for helping.
Ola. Ola, late. Oh, shit. Ooh, my bad.
I will see the children to safety.
This is a fight.
The command center advisor. If you hurry, you might catch the
He said, what the hell, that damage, LOL? That's water, man. What is the damage? I'm curious.
I think it's time we have a word.
Yeah, that's water.
Let's go. Those crystals are supercharged.
After that revamp, I cannot wait for this hard light revamp. I keep hitting the damn button again. Fuck. I got a lot to learn. Who got down? See, I hit it again. What the hell?
Let him have
let's do the allies. Dude, they're on this guy. Holy shit. Got Gardner's bottom. The fuck, dude? The fuck?
Crystal supercharge an atrocity. Destroy it.
Late! No! This boss fight's gonna be a problem too. Did I hit it again? Bro, what the fuck? I'm gonna see. Let's see if I can take the hits. Ooh, no, I won't. I tried.
That's it. He's exposed.
Alright, he should be dead. Oh no, maybe not this time. Bro, they are on this guy right now. Who's gonna come out on top? Is it gonna be ACW? Late? Slack? I'm just gonna call him Pure at this point.
The crystals are back. Wreck 'em.
Ooh, get out of there. Let's use this.
He's normal again. Take him down.
Let's use the Blue Lantern stuff again. Bro, they're just destroying this guy.